Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I just wanted to give a quick introduction to this video. I've been asked many times to do a video on my everyday makeup look. I'm not the kind of person that has time in the middle of the day to touch up. Who does? So this is the way I do my makeup every day. This is how I know that if something comes up after work, like a movie or dinner or drinks, I'm not going to have to stress about having time to go back home and touch up my look. This is actually the end of the day. I filmed at the beginning of the day. It's been about 12 or 13 hours since I put this makeup on, and I think it still looks great. I could still go out like this right now. So this is my everyday, reliable makeup look. Again, thank you so much for being here. Please do subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you know every time I post a new video. Like my video too, that'd be great. And comment down below, let me know what you want to see more of. And I think we'll just go ahead and jump right in. So most of my products today are drugstore with the exception of my concealer and my primer. And that's just because I haven't found any that work for me from the drugstore yet. So this is the primer I'm using today. This is the Porefessional from Benefit. And I just love this stuff. It just basically blurs where your pores are. I had a lot of acne as a teenager, and so I have these like huge pores. My skin's pretty uneven, and I still do get breakouts every so often. So I just put a little bit on my hand and rub it in mostly my T-zone. Anywhere that I know is going to get pretty, I guess, greasy throughout the day. This is what you do when you want your makeup. Isn't that cute? When you like rub your, okay. So our next step is going to be foundation. For today we're going to use this CoverGirl Healthy Elixir foundation. I really love this stuff. I'm in the color 705, which is ivory. It's full coverage, and it does have SPF 20 in it, and it's oil free. So to me, this is a perfect, it doesn't give a matte, I'm struggling with that word today. It doesn't give a matte finish, but it does give full coverage, which I love. So I basically just dot it on. And then I'm just going to go ahead and rub this in. The next thing we're going to do is concealer, and of course I forgot to wet my beauty blender, so I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So my concealer, like I said before, isn't going to be drugstore. I just ordered one from, it's like LA Girl or something like that, off Ulta to try and see if I could find, it said full coverage, to see if I could find one from drugstore that I liked. Please comment down below if you have some that you like. But for today, we're going to use the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm in the color Light Neutral. So I just basically draw underneath my eye. You can do this however you want, but this is how I do it. Okay, so just really quickly, the places that I really concentrate my concealer when I am dabbing it in, of course, is underneath my eye. So I want to make sure that I have this just dark underneath my eyes all the time. I don't know how to get rid of it. I don't know why it's there. It's stress, not stress, sleep or no sleep. It's just kind of how my skin is. So I use concealer there. I also use it around my nose where I get some redness. If I do have a little bit of redness between my eyebrows, I'll put it there. And then anywhere else that I feel like I just kind of look like I'm tired, you know, around my eyebrows. And then when I have excess, which normally if you're, you know, dabbing around here, you are going to naturally have quite a bit built up around it. I like to put that on top of my eyelid. The reason for that is a couple of things. One, I don't like the look of greasy eyelids. My eyelids do get kind of greasy, and I just don't like the look of like a shiny eyelid. For me, it's not cute. I don't like it. Also, it's a really good base for eyeshadow. So I don't always do eyeshadow, but if I have the foundation or the concealer on my eyeshadow already, or on my eyes, Kendall. If I have the concealer on my eyelids already, it kind of acts as a primer on its own, so I don't have to use an actual eyeshadow primer so much because I already have something on there. So that's what I like to do. I think so. I'm just going to show you guys how I contour on a day-to-day basis. I use this NYX Wonder Stick, and I know it looks disgusting, but too bad. That's because I use it every day. This does also have a highlight in it. I feel like I should just mention that. As you can see, I never use it. I hate it so much. I don't like the highlight shade at all. If you've used the highlighter on this thing and you like it, let me know how you do it, because it looks terrible when I do it. So all I do is I go from this ridge of my ear here all the way to basically where the tip of my eyebrow ends, and I just draw a line. And that's literally, that is my contouring. Obviously I'm going to rub it in, but that is it. I don't contour my nose or anything like that. And then I just take my Real Techniques brush. Let's see where it went. Okay. So I use my Real Techniques. This is the Expert Face Brush. It looks like this. The bristles are really short. They're pretty packed and thick, so this works really well for me. And I literally just go in and just buff it in like that. I don't know if you guys can see that as well, but it just makes this beautiful, like, smoked out line. I honestly don't think this takes a whole lot of, like, skill, you know? I think you can hold the brush however you want, push as hard as you want. You'll get to know your own skin and how it works for you. So I just get to a point where it's nice and buffed in. You can see it's just a really nice shadow. And don't worry, we are going to clean that up a little bit. So the next thing I'm going to do is my blush. And I'm using the Makeup Revolution palette. This is the Sugar and Spice. And I just love this palette. It's got blushes as well as these like baked shades in there, the highlight, and then some bronzers. The bronzers look a lot more brown on the actual palette than they do on your face. They actually get pretty blushy on the face. So I'm actually going to use this shade right here, and you'll see it is kind of, it doesn't have a name, but that's what it is. So I just put it on my brush. The next thing I'm going to do is my eyebrows, and y'all, don't drag me for my eyebrows. I don't really do my brows that much. I just draw them in. I think we need to just celebrate the little victories, and I have nice eyebrows naturally. I don't feel like I need to change them a whole lot. I mean, obviously I do pluck them and make sure they're a little bit clean, but I don't feel like I really need to go through hours or lots of time, you know, drawing them out and contouring them. So I'm going to show you how I do it. Don't drag me for it, y'all. I'm just showing you the truth. For today, just to keep it simple, I'm going to use the Ulta Beauty Brow Tint. I have other like pencils and stuff that I like to use, but I did promise that I'd use mostly drugstore here. So this is basically just like a teeny tiny little mascara wand like that. And I'm just literally going to go in. I got foundation on my eyebrows, so they lost some color, and I'm just going to go in and draw them or trace them, I guess. And that's just to bring them back to my face, you know, it's not to change their shape at all. See how much finesse that takes? None. No finesse whatsoever. It just brings them back to my face. I feel like they're there now. I don't look silly. And then I just usually go in with this little guy here and just buff it out. And that's just to make sure the color isn't too concentrated in any one spot. We're almost done, you guys. The next step we're going to do is mascara. So I like to use an eyelash primer. You don't have to do this step. Also, if you have a drugstore eyelash primer that you like, let me know. I'm open to it. I just didn't get around to going to pick one up before I filmed this video. So for today, I'm using Lancome. This is the Cils Beauty. Oh, I don't know why I can't talk. I think it's because it's morning time and I'm getting up to go to work and my brain isn't on. This is the Cils Booster XL. Looks like that. And it literally is just another mascara wand, and I just put it on my eyelashes You guys won't see me use a whole lot of falsies on my channel just because I don't really, I don't need them. Again, small victories. I have pretty long eyelashes, and I also think for me, makeup is about feeling pretty, and everyone defines that for themselves. I feel pretty when obviously when I feel like I put some effort in, but also when I'm comfortable. If I'm uncomfortable, I don't feel good. I feel like I look good for everybody else, and yet I'm suffering. So eyelashes don't feel comfortable to me. I don't like them, so I'm probably not ever going to use them. We're going to use this mascara. This is the Lancome. Actually, we won't because I promised. We're going to use this L'Oreal Paris. I love this stuff. The wand is basically the same as that Lancome one. It's very fat. For someone like me who has, like, if you have already really long lashes, what you really want to do is find a mascara wand that is thicker versus skinnier. The skinnier ones are more to comb them to give you length. My big thing is getting volume, so I usually go for a wand that's a little bit fatter. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, and we'll be right back. So I'm just going to use this Coty Airspun. I do have some other ones that I like to use, but to keep it drugstore, I think this is the best drugstore one out there. So all I'm going to do is just buff this on. And one thing that this does that's really nice is it kind of, for me anyway, it blurs the lines where your like contour maybe was a little bit more harsh and your blush was a little bit more harsh. It really just, for me, takes some of that excess off, and it helps make it much softer. A lot of people have said to me before that my makeup looks like airbrushed on, and I honestly think this step is why they say that. It just makes it look so soft. So now that that's on, I've got 2 more steps basically, and then we're done. So we're going to put a little bit of definition back into the cheeks. Like I said, it does blur the lines, which I love, but I also really like to have some definition. So I'm just going to go in. You can go in with any bronzer you want. I don't have a bronzer that I really like for my skin tone right now that's drugstore. I feel like I keep saying that. I shouldn't even say this is an all drugstore video because it's not, and I'm sorry, you guys. But this is my daily routine, so this is what I use. I'm going to use the Beachfront bronzer by Younique. I don't use any other products from this company, so I'm not trying to say anything like that. This is the bronzer that I use, and I love it. So I just take a fan brush like this, brush it in like so, and we're literally just brushing a little bit of shape back into where we put the contour line in the first place. And then with my excess, I might put a little bit on my forehead. I don't know if it really even shows up, but just to make me feel like I did it. And then we're going to add a teeny tiny bit of that blush color again. This is the what's happening to me? Bare Minerals tapered eyeshadow. So it's kind of pointy like this. And I'm just going to take this palette. It's one of my favorites, the Melissa Michelle palette. And there's a couple things in here when you open it, but there you go. And we're just going to use, I think for today, we're going to use the darker brown shade and then maybe the purple. We'll see. We really can do whatever we want because we didn't do any eyeshadow. So, the world's our oyster at this point. I'm going to use this shade Harley, which is this like dark brown over here. And I'm just going to literally draw it right underneath my lower lashes. Okay, so once you have it on your lower lashes, it looks pretty smoky already, but I'm going to add one more color and then I'm just going to buff it out. So I'm just going to add, I think, this really beautiful, I think it's Alana, this really beautiful purple color here. And I'm just going to add that to the corner. And you can also, I mean, you can smoke it out like that and do like a little cat eye, which I guess maybe we'll just leave it like that since I did it by accident, but you can always do that if you want to. To me, it's a lot easier than doing that with liner. I just think that's like so hard to do. I am not an eyeliner pro by any means. That's the other thing you probably won't see me do a whole lot. I don't like washing it off. Like I said, for me, beauty is about comfort. It's about feeling beautiful for myself. And things that don't make me feel comfortable are things I'm not going to do. So that's just, if you want to see tutorials on stuff, I'm happy to do it. Because I have done it a time or two before I kind of decided makeup was going to be more for me than anything else. But on my day-to-day, you're probably not going to see it that much. So now I'm going to take this brush, which is, what is this brush? Royal and Langnickel. I got this in BoxyCharm, I think. It's just a bit, kind of a bigger dome brush, I guess, and I'm just gonna go in and smoke it out a little. We just want a little bit less definition. And sometimes you get a brush hair in your eye, and that's life, I guess. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and take my hair down, decide on my lip color, and we'll be right back to finish off this look. Okay guys, we're back. The hair is crazy, but I think it's where it's going to be for the day. If you want to do any kind of videos on my hair routine, let me know. I've been asked that a couple times too, but I just don't know how exciting those videos are, to be honest with you. I don't know how exciting any of my videos are, but if you want to see it, let me know and I'll do it. For the lip color today, final step, I'm going to go in this with this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. Okay, it's basically on. Always check your teeth. Make sure you don't have any color on there, and I think that is the completed look for today. Thank you so much for watching again, you guys. I really do appreciate it. Like I said in my last video, I'm still trying to figure out where this channel's going, and I know things are a little bit strange. I'm not like the most exciting person in the world, but I do love makeup, and I do love making people feel beautiful, and overall just knowing that this should be beautiful and comfortable for you. So no matter how you do your makeup, please remember that you're the one that has to wear it all day. You're the one that needs to like yourself when you look in the mirror. So remember that. This is my daily makeup look. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. I know I'm asking so much. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.